I know Lisa Harper, you're in. Are you also using your iPhone?
I'm using, no, my computer. Can you
And
hear me?
Lisa Bouchou, or how do you say your name? Lisa. Wait, I think I can't hear you. Oh, I got to get you to unmute. Sorry. Everybody's running around. Lisa, can you hear me?
Probably. It's
Bouchou.
5:30.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And Denise is going to join too.
Okay, and then we'll also have Renee, who was getting off work at 5 Mountain Time. So, and Renee is the one who introduced us to Lisa Harper and to Judy Dahl. So we are happy about that. Did everybody get, Marcy sent out some little packages of info. Did everybody get that?
Was that in an email?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't, I guess I need to send it to you guys. This was just for the people traveling there, but I guess I can send that to you too. Sorry about that.
That's cool. How many do you have?
There'll be 6 of us plus you 3. So,
9 total.
yeah. Is that okay? You think?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's a nice manageable group.
Yes. So so Lisa and Judy, what day are you coming up? Because I booked you a room for the night before the hike. Is that cool? Or
Right. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm gonna stay with Renee, maybe the Wednesday night, maybe, and or after the hike.
okay.
One of the two.
What,
So she's going up on the 10th, which is that Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, must be Wednesday.
yeah, we're all meeting on the 9th because we have acclimation. We're going to be in Colorado starting on Saturday, the 5th.
Okay.
I'll be in Evergreen and then Aspen, and then I'm going to go to Leadville just for a day hike because it's up high.
Right.
Get to 10 or 11, and then get on. I'll come in on Tuesday into to Breckenridge. So
Okay.
so what would, and everybody else, I mean, like Courtney, I know you and Denise, your travel plans are.
Yeah, so we're going to go stay with my parents in Santa Fe for a few nights, and then we will get into Breckenridge on Tuesday.
Okay. And Lisa,
But we're staying at the lodge.
yeah,
Right.
good. And Lisa, when do you said you were going to be with your husband hiking before?
Yeah, we're gonna be in, I don't like saying it this way, but Univista.
Oh, is that how they say it? Univista?
Yes.
That's how they say it. I always say Buena Vista, but they say it's Beauty Vista.
Univista. Okay, well you'll be
Beauty
at it.
Vista.
And Lisa, what altitude is that?
I've lived in Colorado for 23 years and I don't say it that way. I say Buena. Because
Yeah, I
can't
do too.
stand it.
I do too.
It's,
I know.
I think it's at like 8,000 feet.
Good. So you get some, and here's Renee. Renee, do you want to unmute? Because Renee's the one who's going to help us. She's staying the whole time. We'll be there like from Wednesday, or not the whole time, but from Wednesday to Saturday, right, Renee?
Thursday to Saturday.
Thursday to Saturday. Okay. And I'm just, I met Renee, in case you guys didn't know this, I met Renee when she came to Troncones in the beach in February. And you just were such a lovely part of the trip, and just enjoyed having you there so much. And then we were talking about hiking, and you work with REI, and I was like, knew that we wanted to do this 14er, and I was thinking, I don't know if you just go out and do a 14er. But I'm glad we're not just going out to do a 14er. I'm glad we have experienced hikers. So Renee, for those who might, and this, just say hi to Denise too. Denise is there, and she's coming from Austin. We have Ellister's coming from South Carolina. We have somebody, I don't know if Jean is going to join. We have another Jean. Do you know if she's coming, Elser? Tonight?
I'll text her while we're talking.
Okay. But I just thought Renee, if this is just a good time for people to just see each other, ask a few questions, if they have them at this point. But Renee, just tell us a little bit about your hiking background, and then Lisa and Judy can as well, like how, just your experience and what we're in for, good and the, you know, sure, the good is we're going to get an amazing accomplishment. So
Well, let's hope so. That's all weather dependent, like we mentioned before. And also we want to make sure that everyone stays safe and that they don't have any effects of altitude sickness. I heard you talking about that before. So Lisa and Judy and I are very experienced hikers. Lisa and Judy probably more so than I am, but we've hiked all over the world and love it. And Colorado is a really great place to do it. And we've hiked many of the 14ers together. I haven't done all of them yet. There's, I think, 56 or 58 of them in Colorado.
how many have you done?
I think I've done about 13 or 14 at this point.
Wow, that's
That
fabulous.
counting repeats?
No, that was not counting repeats.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you do some of them
I get
twice or
confused, what is
more,
my,
or in different seasons. So, and they're all rated at different classes. So I will only do the class 1 or maybe a class 2, which is, pretty much a walk up. I'm not a rock climber or anything. So Quandary is rated as a class 1, the route that we're going to take. Usually the mountains have several routes that you can go up depending on what kind of a challenge you want. But we are going to do the Eastern Ridge, which is a class 1. It's a little over 6 miles round trip, and it's going to take about 6 hours just to get to the top. So that's the average, starting in the morning and get to the top hopefully by 10:30, 11 a.m. and take a few pictures and then head right back down again so we don't get caught in one of those severe thunderstorms at the top, because you're all exposed up there. So
Right.
that is the plan.
And so it's 3 miles up and 3 miles down.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. That's
Isn't
good.
that? It is round trip, but there's 3,500 feet elevation gain. So that's the
Mhm.
climb.
Okay. Okay. That's the thing. So we're gonna, and I just wanted to tell you that I talked to the hotel, or Marcy did, and they don't do the shuttle during summer. Is that right, Marcy? I don't know, Marcy, but this is about getting to, because we'll start our hike we'll be there at the trailhead at 5 a.m. So we'll be up on that Friday. We'll get early. It'll be kind of, for those of us, Lisa Bushu, some of us here on this hike had just hiked the Inca Trail. So we know about getting up early, but I imagine you're hiking with your husband. I'm sure you're a pretty experienced hiker, or we can find out about that. But I decided we could get a shuttle from the gondola that leaves at 5 in the morning, but we'd have to drive to the gondola and then get the shuttle. So what I did, Renee, is I got parking passes for 2 cars, and I hope that's going to be okay, because I thought to get to the shuttle and then that's going, and it might be just as well if you're already out and driving to go and just park with the pass. So is that okay?
So how many is the group? How big is the group? 9, 8,
There'll be 9
9 of us?
in 2 cars,
I'll have my car. So
and I'll have a car. So do you think that, I know you were worried about that, there's a lot of parking issues?
well,
Yeah.
you get fined if you don't have a permit, any car that
Correct.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we have 2 of them, but do you think, do you see a downside to this as getting driving ourselves up with the permits?
No, that's probably better, because then we can leave earlier.
Okay,
Because we'd leave from the hotel at 4:30 to get up
Right.
there to get
Okay.
situated. Yeah.
okay, so that's the plan there. So Lisa, Harper, and Judy, do you want to tell us a little bit about your hiking experience? And I know you talked before about this on our other call, but it's just fun to remind ourselves as we're getting closer. So
Well, I
Judy,
just hiked around Colorado. Well, I grew up in North Carolina, but these are different mountains here. So yeah, it's great to get on those 14ers. It's and trekking anywhere, the Dolomites in Italy were comparable, with
wow.
the elevation and the rocks. And so yeah, I don't know how many repeats of the 14ers I've done. I've done like 24, 25 of them, but
Wow.
that's the repeats might be 8. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do a lot of hiking around here.
And so Quandary Peak, that's one you've done a few times, or
I've just done that once. Yeah.
well, you're
But
getting
it's a nice hike. It's one with kind of has the fault summits though. Keep thinking you're at the top and you're not.
oh, I hate that.
I know it.
But now we're prepared for it.
Right.
Lisa, do you want to talk, Lisa Harper, about a little bit about your hiking experience and if you've hiked Quandary Peak before?
Yes, yes. I have hiked Quandary. I've done about 10 14ers, and I've done Quandary once. It was a great hike. Saw mountain goats. That was the only hike I've done where I've seen mountain goats, and they pretty much walked up to us. So I think they're used to people. But it is also one of the windiest hikes at the top that I've had. So your list of items to bring is really good. The rain jacket, something that's windproof or good wind resistance, is really important. So that was one of the things I remembered about Quandary, but it had a beautiful view at the top. So yeah, it's a really great hike.
Nice.
Yeah, you-
Nice.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, you have to have your layers.
yes, we'll have later-
Down and fleece and lighter layer and
Sun hat,
that's it.
knit hat, gloves. Yeah, you have to be ready
Gloves.
for every kind of weather because you'll start out in, maybe your t-shirt and a long sleeve and you're climbing and you're sweating and you're getting hot. But then as soon as we get above tree line, the wind starts and you're going to add layers and you have to be ready for any kind of weather. So yeah, you need to have all those things in your backpack.
And I think we've talked about this a little before, but I have the bladder for my backpack, but I was also it's like 2.5 liters. Should I also bring another thing of water? Do you recommend a certain amount of water for a hike like this?
Gosh, I'd say a minimum of 2 liters, wouldn't you, Lisa and Judy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may sometimes throw in a bottle of electrolytes, just a light water bottle filled with
Mhm.
water and electrolytes, just to add
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this,
in case you get a little dehydrated.
that's
Gosh,
Or
I-
even
I can drink 2 liters of water on a 3-mile flat hike.
okay. So
right.
bring a little more water.
So you know your body, and if you know that you need to have more water, then be prepared to carry more
Yeah.
because you
Well,
are
and
going to be at altitude.
And that's one of the things that's really important when you guys, before you come to Colorado and when you get to Colorado, drink tons of water.
Right.
Because
Start
the
drinking.
altitude and we're drier, we're just a drier state. So you will need to drink a lot of water.
People laugh at me because I go everywhere with my water bottle. Everybody laughs at me. I won't go anywhere without my water bottle. So, but Courtney, why don't you we'll go around about the ones of us who are going to be doing this hike, for the first time coming together here. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and then your hiking experience and just so we all know a little bit about everybody else and any questions?
Yeah, sure. I'm Courtney and I am coming up with my friend Denise, and she and I did the Inca Trail together. So that was a 14-footer or 14er. But I've done various hikes. I lived in Colorado for a while. My parents live in Santa Fe. So I have some hiking experience, but not taking this for granted at all. So I super appreciate all of your help and guidance and suggestions for sure.
And what about Ellis, or you want to tell everybody?
Hey, and if you've seen me laughing, it's because I know a lot of these people, and my daughter walked through, and we were laughing at some of us who know each other. So anyway, I just want y'all to know I'm happy. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. And Jean's one of them down there. Anyway, anyway, we're good friends. So yes, Jean and I have known each other, just like Jeannie and I have known each other. Inca Trail. Courtney and Denise and I just did the Great Smokies not too long ago. They came to visit and we hiked, and I'm a big hiker. I love it. I do it every year with a group of friends, as well as anybody who dares to go with me. And yeah, I love it. I'm looking so forward to Colorado and being in y'all's territory and hiking with y'all. And I'm just excited.
Good.
Where is
good.
it that you live?
South Carolina.
Oh,
So
you're in South Carolina.
I'm in
What
South
part?
Carolina, the upstate near Greenville, but I'm in Greenwood. I'm in one of the
Okay.
greens.
I lived
And-
in Simpsonville for about 3 years.
Oh, that's just up the road a piece.
I know it.
Super close. And so for me to go to the Smokies is less than 4 hours. And then of course, North Carolina, my daughter goes to school in Boone, and that's beautiful. Haven't really hiked around there, but yeah, so I'm real close to a lot of great hiking.
And Lisa, no, you never, is it Bashu or Bush? What, how do I pronounce your last name again?
It's Bushu,
Bushu, okay.
like Booshoo.
Bushu, that's a cool name.
Bushu.
Um, your hiking kind of background and.
Well, I haven't, we hike every time we go camping, but I'm a flatlander, I think. San Antonio might be at like 50 feet. So the altitude is, I don't know whether I'd say it's a concern. My husband and I have hiked into the Grand Canyon several times, but I haven't done it in at least 10 years. Haven't done anything that challenging. And I think I walk every day. You know, I feel like I'm physically fit. It's going to be the climb.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
elevation is what you need to prepare for. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes even drinking a lot of water coming here, but also when you're here, sometimes back in when I first started, I think I took 2 Advil at the bottom and at the top. And sometimes when we were done just to help with altitude sickness, as you're drinking water and snacking, you have to do a lot of little snacking.
Mhm.
Protein bars, your favorite protein bar that you can tolerate.
Yes, and I'm gonna have, I mean, I know everybody's gonna want to have their own stuff, but I'll have I'm gonna be buying a lot of that for everybody, protein bars and things like that. Snack food for the trip. So, Jean, you want to tell us about you? Did you just get out of the shower? This is Oh, you're muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Sorry, I'm not in a great frame of mind. I've been going back and forth, trying to get a contract on this house. So anyway, I just signed on the dotted line. Anyway, yeah. So anyway,
So tell us about your.
but I'm a hiker. I like to hike. Ellie and I go hiking, and I go to Denise and Jeannie and Miss Courtney, and I'm looking forward to reuniting with them because we did Machu Picchu together. And Ellie and I have done Tennessee, and we've done North Carolina and Colorado and Georgia, and done walkabouts around Forest Hills and Cherokee Hills and Greenwood. But I live in South Florida. I live in Fort Lauderdale, so I'll be coming from sea level, and I'm planning on bringing my Diamox so that I won't get altitude sickness.
Hey, Jean, are you bringing some Pepto-Bismol too? I can't deal with I can't deal with your stomach issues on another trip.
Okay, you know what? I don't plan to be drinking any contaminated water because we're not hiking. Miss Pray Tell, we're staying in a luxurious place.
So they're laughing
No
because
grasshopper is going to give me contaminated water.
we hiked the Inca Trail and we camped out for 3 nights. You know, it was a camping experience, but I think there was
Yes, and I'm not a camper.
she's not.
I am not a camper.
She is not
I
a
was-
camper.
I was trying to be a badass, but I was a weenie when it came to that. I
You
didn't
were
mind the hike.
fine. You were fine.
The hike-
Unfortunately, I just followed you into every bathroom that you walked
Oh
out
my
of.
God. Okay, Denise.
Listen, it stayed with me for 2 weeks after I got back too.
Okay, all right, but
And I still didn't lose weight.
Now we know who Miss Billy Badass is.
Yeah. Okay, Denise. Hey, Denise.
Hi there. I'm Denise, grew up in San Antonio, live in Austin. I still feel like I'm kind of new on the whole hiking journey, but kind of throughout my life, I've always been extremely active. Loved my very first real experience of hiking, which would be the Inca Trail. I've done Big Bend, and I just got back from Colorado last week, and we were out just hiking around Winter Park, which was great. I've been diagnosed with altitude sickness or mountain sickness, so I will absolutely be on my Diamox, and I'm looking forward to it. I actually did Mount Bonnell stairs this morning, and then went on a 3-mile walk after that. So I think I'm going to be okay.
And when did you get diagnosed with altitude sickness?
Oh, when I was like 21, when
okay.
I found myself almost every time I went to Breckenridge to go skiing or Ruidoso or anywhere, I would find myself on the ground. It was not good.
Wow, you know, I don't think I knew this before the Inca Trail, but that's amazing. Good for
Yeah.
you. You just and so
Yeah, I
how
wouldn't walk next to you.
so there's so who else is going to take Diamox? And I'm just curious. It's Courtney and Elliser or Lisa.
I'll probably take it the day before we do the 14er, but I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, I'll do it the night before for the
And
day.
Lisa Bushu, do you know about the Diamox? Is that something? Lisa, it's something that if you're, I'm not suggesting you do it. I'm just saying if you know about it, if you're concerned about the elevation, it's something you might want to just.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm concerned about it because my mother lived in Colorado for a long time, but I mean, it's probably something that, just like everything else, that gets worse the older you get.
Everything.
So I should check, I should look into it. I'll call my physician and see if they can.
Maybe just I mean, for your peace of mind, I mean, because I can't advise you obviously, but I know that most people who did the Inca Trail did take it, so it's just an option. It's just, but our Colorado girls here, their blood is, they've got a big old what is it, the hemoglobin is really good. Lots of oxygen in it. You guys are already you guys are set. So some of us coming from lower, we just need to get it helps sometimes to get the blood ready. And I know when we were on the Inca Trail, we chewed on coca leaves, but I don't think we have anything like that.
Oh,
Maybe gummy.
Sir. Jeannie, when we were in Tennessee, I was going through my backpack that I had on the Inca Trail, and I felt something. I was like, "What is that?" I had a whole bag of cocoa leaves
Oh,
in
you're
my backpack
kidding.
in Tennessee.
Go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, bring them.
I was like, "Oh!" I mean, it made it through. Maybe that's why I was singled out coming back from Peru at TSA.
You just have that suspicious look, Ellie.
I know, but it was a whole bag. I was like, "Oh
You
my!"
still have it?
I think I threw it away when I came
Oh,
back. from
okay,
there.
well, dang, could use have to find something like that.
Well, I think in Colorado we have other things we can get on.
Well, that's true. That's not going to help us get up the mountain.
That makes me throw up.
Okay, so any, what questions you have, you got the pack, Marcy sent out the package with reminding you what Renee suggested for a packing list.
I hadn't gotten that yet. Maybe I need to read it.
Yeah,
When she,
it's on the itinerary, but it also is in a package that Marcy put together. If you can't find it, Marcy, maybe.
Let me check my sent mail, Jean.
Okay,
when did she send it out? I'm not
I
a good
sent
email.
this week.
just this
Okay. I'll check and see if you're in the sent mail and then I can resend it.
Okay, I just hadn't been, I've been dealing with house stuff, so I hadn't really paid attention to anything else.
Does
well,
anyone else need it? Judy, Lisa, Renee, do you want me to send it to you
yeah,
guys?
yeah, you could send it to them. They're there. They're the experts, but you could just still,
Yeah, that's always good to have another list.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I will get you I have your emails, Lisa and Judy, I believe. So, or can you write your emails in the chat?
Yeah,
Judy?
and I have a question while you're doing that.
Okay.
So Jean and I are coming in on Monday. I would like to do a short hike Tuesday. Can Jean and I, the ladies, would y'all share? You don't have to do it right now, but can y'all share with us? Because we'll have a car and some hikes to do on Tuesday.
They did put together on that package, there's some suggested hikes.
Ruh-roh, I didn't read it good enough
No,
then.
no, but I mean, if I was thinking, I was gonna, I will be in Aspen on Tuesday morning, and I thought we could go, because to go from Aspen, I have to go, I could meet you in Leadville. We can do a hike in Leadville.
Oh, okay. All right. How far is that from Breckenridge?
It's probably 45 minutes, I believe.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and y'all keep us in the loop because we're gonna be driving from Santa Fe, which is an easy drive. So if you do anything in the afternoon.
Okay, very
we
good.
could
And
maybe-
Lisa Bushu, you're getting to Breckenridge on Wednesday?
Yes, I think that was the, sorry about my fan. I
That's
don't know how-
okay. We're
turn
getting
it
used to
off.
it. Yes, that's the day of it officially starts as far as Next Tribe, but you're already going to be there but the point of that I wrote in the description of the trip is that, make sure you have time to acclimate yourself, and it sounds like you will be with your
Right.
with your husband in Booney.
Yeah,
Vista.
we will, God, I wish I could get my audio, my audio to work on the iPad.
Where is your training hike on Thursday? What are you doing on Thursday for the training hike?
Renee, which one are we doing? Are you going to be there on Thursday?
So I have a work meeting on Thursday morning from 8 until 10. So I will not be up there until midday, but I would suggest if you're in Breckenridge, you might want to go up to the Mohawk Lakes Trail.
Okay.
So that is one of the ones that I listed, I think. So that's a drive. You need a car to get up there. Also, you could walk along the hike and bike trail, the Blue River Trail that goes right through Breckenridge. So you wouldn't have to do anything there. There's also trails right from the lodge that go, you can walk down into town, you can walk up, there's a whole trail system right from the lodge that you wouldn't need a car.
Well, we will have cars. So the Mohawk Lakes, is that pretty, and will we get some good altitude to prepare?
Yes. So I just did that on Saturday. It's 7 miles round trip and 2,000 elevation gain in feet, 2,000 feet elevation gain to the lakes. It has some steep rocky parts, which is also good training for balance. It's kind of interesting too, because there's a lot of old mine remnants along that trail. And it's a series of lakes that goes up there. So very pretty and nice flowers going up there too.
So we could do that like on Thursday morning.
Mhm.
Because, and then we'll do So that would be a good training hike for us on that day, but we shouldn't try to do 2 in one day or anything like that. No.
No,
Oh.
don't do that.
And as far as
Not the day before.
so as far as dinner, I was going to plan an early dinner for Thursday because we'll go, we're getting up so early the next morning. So I was thinking maybe of a pasta carb load on the night before. Is that okay?
Good idea.
Okay, so and you guys are going to be there Thursday night too, Judy and Lisa Harper, right?
Yeah, I could come up Thursday, Renee.
Yes. So you'll be in our dinner. It's just as far as suggestions, since I was looking at the Blue River Cafe or Bistro for maybe the dinner after we finish or on Wednesday night. Do you have any other suggestions for places in Breckenridge to eat for other nights?
Oh, for other nights, the Canteen is a good one. That's kind of just pub food. There's also a really fancy restaurant that's really lovely in an old historic home called the Hearthstone. That's very upscale, but very nice and has a lot of Colorado specialties. There's good Mexican food at Mi Casa that has a really nice happy hour with good margaritas. But you Texas gals, you'll probably not want to eat Mexican food. But there are 2 good Mexican restaurants in town. There's a good burger joint called, I think it's Empire Burger, up there on the hill. So there's all kinds of good places. They'll have a menu guide in the hotel and you can look, but everything is good. So.
And we can also have like maybe the dinner after the hike if we're going to be tired that night, or there's a very nice restaurant in the hotel.
The lodge has a very nice bar and restaurant, very good food. So, if you don't feel like going out, that's a lovely place to
yeah, maybe we'll have dinner in on that Friday night unless people tell me otherwise. But just because we don't have to, it'll be easy and we'll be right there and we'll be tired, but we'll be so happy. And of course, all dependent on weather. We have to understand that we can't control the weather, and Renee and Judy and Lisa are going to be the ones that if they don't think it's good to go, we're not going to go. So that's just how it's going to be. And I hope you understand that we have to be completely safe. So we're going to do our best. We're going to make it all happen, but it's out of our control to some degree as far as the weather, or to a large degree. So any other questions? Any other?
I have a couple. So if the weather is bad on any of the hikes, is there a backup plan, or could, the locals maybe put a backup plan? So, we're not.
Hey guys,
So
I have to jump off. So it was great seeing you guys, and I look forward to seeing you when you're here.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thanks so much, you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's wonderful things to do in Breckenridge. There's some fun museums. There is a art center there. There's all kinds of shopping in town. There's other smaller walks that we could do, lower elevation. So yes, we can come up with a plan B without a problem.
But
Cool.
usually it wouldn't be a problem until further up the mountain is when you'd have to make that kind of decision where you probably maybe conquered most of the mountain. It just, if the weather got bad at the top or looked like it was, then we'd have to prepare to come down. And that's always a bummer when you want to hit the top, but
Right.
at least we'd be getting a good hike in.
Right. So yeah, it's like when you hit the tree line, then you're exposed at altitude. So you have to watch the clouds coming in and know that, at any time, if the clouds start coming up and it's looking threatening, then we got to turn around and head for the trees.
Oh yeah,
So-
100%. We're driving up so we can throw everything in the car. Nice thing about driving. But what would you recommend on each of the hikes? Boots or like trail shoes, or does it really matter?
I would say what's comfortable for you. Just make sure that, it's a comfortable shoe that you've worn before. Don't get a brand new pair of boots. So all you ladies that have hiked the Inca Trail, you know what your footwear was comfortable, that it's worn in, that you've worn it before on hikes so that you know what to expect. I'm old school. I like a traditional heavy duty hiking boot that's going to come up over my ankles. I want the stability and the traction that they have. A lot of people do go in trail runners, but know that you're going to be going up big steps, big rocky steps. So like the Inca
Lots
Trail,
of rocks.
lots of rocks. The top is all talus. So another good thing to have is trekking poles to give you some added stability, especially if you're wearing a what do you call it? A trail shoe, a trail runner. You might want trekking poles to have that added stability if you're not wearing a boot.
Or even if you're wearing a boot.
Yes,
Trail,
I will be wearing my big
poles
boots
are-
and trekking poles.
Yeah, I'm bringing my trekking poles for sure.
Oh yeah, on a 14er. Yeah. Yes.
Quick
Will save
question.
save your
Can you
knees
rent them
doing
there?
Gosh, I don't know. Judy, do you know any places that rent? REI doesn't rent trekking poles. I have a couple of spare pairs that I could bring.
I have
so-
an extra. Jean, do you need an extra?
Yeah, I don't have any. I mean, we rented them when we were on the Inca Trail.
I
So
can bring,
yeah,
I have an extra. I can
Okay.
bring some.
do you think they'll be too tall for me? You're taller than me. Does it
No,
matter?
they can adjust.
Most of them are
Oh,
adjustable.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
I'll
have
bring
to
them up.
have an extra
No
pair. I don't
worries.
think I do.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions or what was that? Oh, you were asking about your shoes. I'm bringing the same shoes I wore on the Inca Trail because they're broken.
I'm bringing my new shoes that I wore on the Inca Trail.
Your what? Your two shoes?
My new, remember
Oh,
I
yeah,
had to buy
that's
new,
right. You bought them right before, right?
and they did not rub a blister, thank goodness.
That's
So
good.
they're broken. Yeah, you want a broken boot, that's for sure.
Broken boot.
Well,
Broken
these
boot.
Lisa Bushu, do you have any questions?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Okay, good. And you have, Lisa, you have my email if you have questions, or you have Marcy Mitchell, who coordinates a lot of their travel. She'd be able to answer something if you need it. Denise, how about you? Any questions?
No, I don't, not right now. Not that I
Okay,
can. think.
I just Googled a quick Google search. It looks like you can rent trekking poles at Christie Sports in Breckenridge.
Oh,
And
there
probably
you
other places too.
Oh,
So if
that's
you don't want to bring two pairs, or if those don't work, you have options there.
Courtney doesn't mind.
Awesome.
I
But
figured if-
I'll just toss them in. We're driving. It's easy. But of
Yeah.
course, if I remember,
Save my money.
there's the whole
since I just
memory
bought out.
X factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a factor. I just put in Marcy's email there, travel@nexttribe.com. So, and you can see she's really on top of it, getting answers and everything. So, and she's from Colorado as well. She's now in Wyoming at the moment, but so she knows some things about this too. She's a good one. So if there's not anything else, I'll just let us go on about our
What-
business. Oh, did somebody say wait?
Okay, well, I got one quick question.
Yeah.
So what kind of backpack are you gonna carry?
I'm taking the same one I had for the Inca Trail.
I
I
would say
can't
one
bring
that,
mine. It's too big.
Jean,
I
don't
wanna
bring
be
the
a ba-
baby in the backpack. Do
I
not.
don't want to bring my baby. I can't be carting around the baby again.
You're not gonna have to pack that much. It's a 1-day hike. It's not a 4-day hike. So
Yeah,
Well,
34.
I need to
or
buy a little baby.
24,
backpack.
34.
yeah, I
Well,
was going to say
baggage.
anywhere 22, 25, 30 liters is
22.
sufficient. That's a regular day pack size. So you want to be able to carry
Alright.
your raincoat, your insulation layer, your hat, gloves, your sun hat if you're wearing it, your extra snacks, your water, First aid, I will bring a first aid, group first aid
Everybody
kit.
needs some first aid and
But
Band-Aids.
please bring some personal first aid, moleskin, Band-Aids, anything to treat a blister that you might need. But I will bring a group first aid kit also for things like other bigger emergencies like bandages or I don't know. Also, if you like Advil, like Judy mentioned, or aspirin, whatever kind of pain reliever that works for you, or if you're taking your Diamox, make sure to bring your medications with you. Noon tablets are a good electrolyte thing that you can add to your water
Yeah.
bottle. So those just come in a little tube. They're little drink tablets that you can add. So those are good to add some sugar and salty snacks too. So salted nuts, pretzels, anything you want to do salt and sugar type snacks as we're going up.
Okay.
And
And
And hey, Jeannie, will you start, not tonight, but before the trip, will you start a text group? Because it's so much easier than
How
trying to
about a
log
WhatsApp?
on.
WhatsApp group.
well, we did, Marcy, I know we started a Colorado hiking group on the website, but because our leaders here are maybe not on that, maybe I will go ahead and start the text group.
Yeah,
since-
because that's so much easier
Yeah,
than
and-
trying to log on to
and
a
the-
website.
What were you gonna say,
When you
Marcy?
sent that information out, I did say reply to this email with your cell phone number, and I got it from a couple of you. But if you haven't, you could reply to that and I'll compile all those numbers and make sure Jeannie has them so she can start a text group.
Well, we can do it right here too for you, right? You can see the chat.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'll just have to write fast. Or I'll just stay on the chat. I'll stay on and write it all down.
Or I can download the chat for you, Marcy.
Okay.
and If you, but I want you guys to see all the things that you'll be carrying in your backpack. I like the raincoat, the sun hat, but also I think you, for the backpack that day, you also said a warm hat and gloves, correct?
Yes.
Renee?
Mhm.
Yes, because if we get weather, if we, even if we have to turn around, it could be snowing up there, it could be graupel, it could be hail. No telling.
Amazing. I'm
Quick dry layer.
excited.
Quick dry layer.
I don't
Yeah,
know
make
how y'all are
sure-
doing this already.
Make sure that you don't, no cotton, so no cotton socks or jeans hiking, wear things that are quick dry, nylon synthetics that can layer and dry quickly.
And I always have a light down in my pack. Always have a light down in the bottom of my pack.
That's good.
And shoes to change into when we're done. That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
there you go.
Yeah.
We can keep those in the car, right? We don't have to take them
Yes, you don't carry those. No, you don't need to carry them.
Yeah, you don't carry those.
Well, yes, and so we will make a text group and wait, now Judy and, well, if you have Lisa Harper's, Renee, if you can put your number and Judy, and if you have Lisa Harper's, we'll put you on there too.
Yeah, so we'll know when to meet on Thursday or where and
Yeah, yeah.
if we don't make it, if I don't make it to the hike up there, I might be able to make it to the hike in the morning, but I'll have to
that
know
would be-
where you're gonna be and stuff.
Well, I think that I like the idea of this Mohawk Lakes area that she was talking about.
Right, right.
So, that
And
sounds
even,
like,
and even for people that are getting there on, Monday, Tuesday, before the official
yeah,
hikes go, because
And-
I'd love to meet up.
yes, of course. And we'll be at the 6 of us will definitely be at that lodge. So on Wednesday, so we'll
Oh,
just-
right. Oh, you'll be at the lodge on Wednesday.
We're
Okay.
starting on
Yep.
Wednesday, and we're gonna do,
Okay.
I think on Wednesday afternoon, we could do even a hike. I know that hike and bike trail, and it's just really nice and it'd be nice and kind of easy. And we'll look at the other hikes that Renee looked at. I mean, we can talk among ourselves of what we wanted, which one we want to do. And what we've done, like what we've done in the days before, so we can get a sense of where we're at and how much hiking we've done in the days before, and just pick something that works for everybody that'll help us get ready.
Right.
Good.
I don't
So,
know how y'all are getting all your numbers on there.
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do without
Oh.
losing buddy.
that little, do you see at the bottom where it says a little, at the bottom of the black, or you're on your, You know-
Jean, do you want, Jean,
On
I'll
my
do it
phone.
for you. I'll do it for you,
All
Jean.
right,
I got you
thanks.
back. I got you back.
and I'll,
Thank
get-
you.
and Judy, I'll write you. You can send me your phone number if you can't get into the
Read
chat.
out Jean's phone.
Okay.
I'll
number.
have to do that too. I'm on an iPad and I don't have a
Yeah.
chat button.
That's okay. That's
Or
okay.
you
Yeah.
can just reply to that email that I sent too.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
And I
Either
will
way.
send it to Judy.
Okay,
I'll get info to
I'm leaving.
Judy and,
I'm tapped out.
okay, so all of us will be talking,
Bye.
but this is great to have us all together. And I'm
Fun.
so excited. I love having this goal. It's so exciting for me to have a goal like this and to be able to say, I did a 14er. I'm really hoping that it all,
That'd be great.
and I'm so
I'm
thankful.
hoping it'll work.
I'm so thankful to you, experts who, Colorado girls who are helping us. Thank you so much.
Looking
Yeah,
forward to
thank you
another
so
good
much.
high up there.
Yeah. I
Renee
like it.
knows how I get when I get high on the mountain.
That's right.
I
We
love
have a
it.
good
I love it. I love it. Okay, very good. Thanks so much to everybody.
See you,
See you soon.
everybody.
All right.
Take care.
Bye,
Safe
everybody.
travels.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.